Hi guys, today Jeff and I are exploring Salton Sea, and we are staying in Palm Springs, Palm Desert area, and we've heard and read so many documentaries on Salton Sea, and we wanted to come check it out for ourselves. If you haven't read or seen anything on it, we will link a video that's great that tells the story of it, and then you'll be able to learn more about it just like we did. And we find it fascinating now, and it's something we've wanted to come see the area for a long time. And we are turning into the Salton Sea State Recreation Area now. Here's the old sign. So far it looks really pretty. We paid the entrance fee into the park, and it's $7 for day use. And we've been directed to go on the road to the left. I did see to the right there was a cactus garden as you enter, so you can check that out too, which we probably will. But we're just driving into the state rec area now. They do have camping here, and I see there's quite a few campers set up. Looks like they have picnic areas with tables and canopies from the shade.
Everyone,
we are at the Salton Sea rec
beautiful
area.
Day.
It is gorgeous out. 82,
it's sunny and breezy. Hope there's not too much wind noise there. But if you don't really know the history of the Salton Sea, it's a pretty fascinating place. And hopefully I'll get these facts straight. But apparently this was a basin that was, I think, for like 200 feet below sea level, something around here. And somehow this whole area flooded into and it formed a lake that was 35 miles wide.
By 17,
35 I think it's 13.
17.
I saw 13 by 35. And it became this beautiful getaway that in the 50s.
50s and 60s.
They developed it into resort areas, and there was marinas and really nice hotels,
resorts, day spas.
It was great for fishing and water skiing.
Yeah, they said they stocked it with fish, and they used to hold all the fishing tournaments and such here. It was known from all around California for fishing, and there was like multiple boat launches, and people would come here on vacations
because the climate is perfect.
And especially the rich and the famous. It was known as a hot spot for celebrities and movie stars to come here. It's about 30 minutes from Palm Springs.
And all the entertainers came out here in the day that was anybody.
Yeah, and they
Frank
played.
Sinatra,
They
Beach
played at the
Boys,
clubs and the hotels, and
enjoyed their stay here as well, because it was a great lake to swim in and fish and boat. And as you hear, it still seems like that's the case, because it's almost like an ocean. It's just enormous, and we'll show you that in a minute. But then trouble hit, because apparently, if I understand this right, agriculture, fertilizers, and runoff from pig farms and things like that.
There's
raised
a
the
lot of
salinity.
farming around here. A lot of farming.
Yeah, and it raised the salinity of this lake and started having problems with fish die-offs, and it was a huge bird sanctuary as well, and people came out here to look at birds.
Yeah, it was like an aviary place where bird watchers, and they studied birds, and they had the sanctuary here, and then the birds started going away because the fish started dying.
Well, the birds ate the fish, and then the birds started dying, so they had these huge fish die-offs, and it got quite sticky, as I understand it. And then, of course, the birds were eating it, and I saw one year there was something like 10,000 pelicans died off, and although they weren't endangered, they're kind of protected, I believe, pelicans, brown pelicans, I believe they were, and they ended up having to run an incinerator and burn these pelicans 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for like months on end. And I guess the smell was horrendous.
So sad.
So that, and there was also a couple of hurricanes that came out here and flooded this out. The water just dumps in here like a big bowl, and that caused the marinas to flood, become overwhelmed with water, and they all kind of got destroyed as well. So it was one thing after another, and this whole place collapsed as a resort.
Did we read how salty it is compared to the ocean?
It's really salty. The salinity levels are way off the charts. It's really bad. So then everybody in the town started moving out, and it just became a rundown kind of a place. But
they say it's like a little ghost town now, and we've read and watched documentaries about it. The people that live here and they want to stay and think it can be fixed someday, and they're sticking it out. It's just a couple hundred people, and they've also had problems with squatters and other people staying in the old buildings, the rundown buildings. And what else were we going to say about that?
well, the other thing that happened was a big congressional unit that was led by Sonny Bono at the time when he was still alive, had raised money and were going to put the effort into bringing this place back to what it once was. And the way I understand it, the recession of 2006 and 7 hit, and the money went bye-bye, and that was the last effort they made at trying to save this. But it's squarely California's problem, and there's always rumblings about things they're going to do to make this better again, and money has been put out there to repair areas of this. So I'll tell you what, if they could fix this, this would be absolutely unbelievable place to come and visit and even live. It's just beautiful out here.
It is a treasure, and California has really let it go, and it's too bad. I mean, there has to be something that can be done to save this. When we show you the views here and what a neat place this is.
Maybe Elon Musk can step up and throw some money at this, because I'll tell you what, if somebody can fix this, like I was saying, this is just unbelievable. So we're going to turn the camera around here and give you a view of this.
Let's do it.
It's incredible.
We're going to spin with you and let you see how gorgeous this is. Look behind us. There's people walking on the beach. There is no swimming in the water, obviously allowed. At times it's been considered toxic, and they have put air quality bans for all surrounding areas, just because of the whatever's blowing in the air. I don't know. They said it smells like rotten eggs.
Fertilizer, chemicals, it's dead animals, and it's a lot of other things. But the water levels are way down from where they normally are because of the droughts that are everywhere. But if you can see way out here, I know it doesn't show up real good on the camera, but as far as you can see, especially this way, you can see nothing but water. That's how expansive it is. It's just enormous. But think about this. If you've got all this beach all around here, all these people, all the people that could be here enjoying this area, it would just be a real recreation area. I mean, just yeah, see if we can see remnants of the past and hopefully see signs of maybe some improvement. So come along with us then. Let's check it.
Let's do it. So I am walking on the ground here, and it's really crispy. And you can also see it's very white from all the salt. It's like walking on salt crackers almost. And it crunches under your feet. And there's just patterns of it. See this is kind of a nasty runoff coming in right now. It's kind of green and algae filled from one of the rivers. There are multiple rivers that feed into this.
It's thirsty.
Ew.
And you can start to smell it.
Yeah, it does have a dank and a stinky smell to it.
When you're down here at the water's edge, you can also see how far back this used to go. Because this used to go all the way back up to all that brush, all up in here. This is how low it's gotten over the last several years.
There are a bunch of seals out there right now. I don't know how they stand it, to be honest.
Maybe they're just feeling salty.
Oh, boom! Just imagine what an amazing place this was in its heyday in the 50s and 60s, and the people flocking here. And we've seen pictures of People Beach just full of people, just packed and spread out with all their stuff and their gear, and they spent the day at the beach.
And you can hear the water lapping against the shoreline here. It makes you think you're in a completely different place. It's just beautiful, but it's toxic.
And you can tell by the color of it, you wouldn't want to be in this water. It has a greenish brown color to it. It's not really blue like you see at the ocean. So as you enter the beach here, they have a warning that says toxins from algae in this water can harm people and kill animals. And it says no swimming, don't let pets in the water, stay away from the scum in the cloudy water, don't eat any fish or shellfish. So, very interesting. So here is the visitor center, and they do have restrooms here. And they have RV sites with hookups here.
I think they're not hookup. What are they doing hookups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picnic areas.
Okay.
So the shells we were walking on are barnacles. We were trying to figure out what they were, and in the visitor center they have samples of it, and they show you that they're barnacles.
Here is an island where Slab City is located,
Oh, okay.
and you continue south
And
to Factory, which has the world's largest.
You kind of sink into them because they're being crushed.
And Raleigh,
Pretty
West
cool.
Moreland, of course, you can keep going.
We're winging it.
Cynthia.
So this is Cynthia in the visitor center, and she has told us all about Salton Sea today. And we've learned some interesting facts, and it really is a beautiful place. You guys need to come check it out.
Just
Okay.
don't wear your flip flops on the beach though.
Yeah.
And she's the expert. She'll tell you everything about
Yeah,
it.
your feet
Fantastic.
will get ouchies.
So fellow RVer as well?
Yes.
Full-time RVer.
Yes.
So,
How long have you been doing it?
15 years.
15
Whoa.
years. So,
Legendary right
inspiration to you out there, all
Legendary.
you wanting to do it. So she's full of information. Come visit the Salton Sea.
Yes, indeed.
You'll have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to show you our drive. We're driving to, whoa, it's a little bumpy. We're driving to Bombay Beach. And this is the water line here, and it's beautiful. Just miles and miles of lakefront, like beach, that you can walk along and stuff. You can't swim in the water, but I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful, and it's breezy and keeps the temperatures down because it's at 80 something today, and the breeze just makes it lovely.
It feels tropical. It feels like you're in a completely different place. Like you're at an oceanside destination resort. Just there's no people.
Yeah, it's just really empty, strange.
And if you look like, Steph, if you look straight through the windshield, you can't even see the other side. I know you're looking at the glare of the sun.
Yeah, there's
but
no
you can't
land
even
in
see the
sight
other
down
side.
there.
The horizon is the ocean, the Salton Sea.
Look at this gorgeous road. It's newly paved, beautiful. So we're turning into Bombay Beach. Here's a sign, welcome to Bombay Beach. And this is one of the small communities that lies along the Salton Sea. And it says population 295 as of a couple years ago, the census. So I'm not sure if that's gone up or down at all. But it's very small, so let's say around 300 people. This was one of the, look at this, last stop for the Bombay Beach Resort. Huh, that's pretty cool.
Ski in Bombay Beach.
Ski in Bombay Beach. Cocktails and home cooking. Bombay Market. It's a taxidermy van back there. The Chow Mini Mart. Look at that. There's a boat right there in the yard. Bunch of decorated trailers, graffitied trailers. They look abandoned, the windows are smashed out. They have a brim here along the beach. Getting a dirt road.
It's like a ghost town.
Yeah, someone's making some metal art here, some sculptures. Oh, look at this. It's like a circus trailer. You can see how it looks almost abandoned.
I'm not going through that again.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at these mannequins over here.
Old Airstream. imagine
It's like
back
they're
in
having
the day.
a good time.
Back in the day, this was beachfront,
Yeah, this used to be all beachfront. How'd they get that airstream up there?
right?
Oh, there's a big sculpture sign up there. Look at that thing.
I know, I saw that coming
It's
in.
like an alien thing. We'll have to go check that out. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you're not. Drive down
What is that?
You know, it looks kind of like the tower to like a tramway.
Yeah. Go around that block and see. Look at this. There's a boat on a house too. Check this out.
Oh my god, it's a plane.
That is an airplane. What in the heck?
That's bizarre.
Ah! How cool is that? So right here, directly in front of us, along this mountain range, is the San Andreas Fault. They told us how to locate it in the visitor center, but that's railroad tracks right along in front of us here, the horizon, and then the San Andreas Fault is located between the railroad tracks and this mountain range. So the fault runs along here and then splits off into mini faults, and probably like 6 or 8 after that. We are at North Shore now, and this is the North Shore Beach and Yacht Club. This is actually original, and it has been here for a very long time. Super neat though, because you imagine all the people used to come here and boat and do water sports and stuff, and that belong to this club. And here's another building at North Shore. It used to be a grocery store
And a gas station.
and gas station. It looks like it is graffitied up nicely. And
I gotta get some diesel though, so I'm gonna stop in.
good luck with that.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks old. The awning
Continue
area,
on
the gas
California
sign.
111.
Jeff's gonna get some diesel here.
How you doing? You fill it up, please. Thank you.
How you're losing it.
Alright.
Good. Hi again. We're at Salt Creek Beach at Salton Sea, and it's very windy, so I'm hoping you guys can hear us okay. And we just wanted to say this is absolutely beautiful. We had no idea the Salton Sea was going to be this pretty.
And the funny thing is, I think the Salton Sea has gotten a bad rap, and obviously if you feel like going swimming or going boating, you know, there's advisories and things like that, but everything we've ever seen of the Salton Sea hasn't really painted a very pretty picture of it.
Yeah, they haven't all been fair. I think a lot of the videos and things we've seen on YouTube, just have no idea. They've pointed out all the really bad aspects instead of how absolutely beautiful it is. And even the people that work in the visitor center told us that they get a really bad rap, and it makes them sad. You know, it's a beautiful place. There's campgrounds around it and state parks, and it looks like it's still visited by a lot of people.
And like Cynthia was telling us at the visitor center, it's probably the rap that it's got as far as not being that desirable. You know, I don't know about that, because everything we've seen is it's a beautiful place. Again, we're not going swimming in it, so we don't really care.
Yeah, we're
But
not swimming, but if you want to walk along the water and the beach and camp by...
there's a lot of RVers here. There's a lot of tourists here, and
Yeah, for sure.
you know, it's definitely worth the trip. It's one of those places that's definitely off the beaten trail, and it's worth coming out and see because it's a pretty fascinating place and a interesting story of a place that was just booming and then the decline of it. But you know, I'm a positive person. We both are, and we think this will probably come back someday, and it'll be definitely a place to come and see and enjoy the surroundings.
Yeah, and besides the beauty, the history of it's pretty neat. And
Super
you
cool.
can drive a loop around the entire Salton Sea. And how long did they say?
113 miles
113 miles.
to get around this lake.
We unfortunately did not have time to do this today, but there are other communities and artist communities around this. There is a bird sanctuary. What else is around the lake? There's beaches and state parks. And if you have the time and come out for an entire day or camping for a few days, I think it'd be really interesting to check it all out.
And if you want to avoid crowds, I mean, it's
This is
just
the
hardly
place.
anybody around, and the RV parks, and you know, when you're RVing, a lot of times you're in tight spots and tight campgrounds and everything, but you can come out here and hit these campgrounds. I don't know all the rules and regulations, if they're a first come, first serve, if you make a reservation. I don't know what the deal is with that, but man, I would definitely come out here and plant the old Montana and have a nice relaxing
Right?
visit. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.